Okay. See, most people are. Most everybody here is already in Pearson, which is great. Gideon's working on it. Missed Monday, so he's kind of getting caught up here. So the plan for today is to delve into um, section 4 and really make sure that you feel good about any of the curveballs that are going to come your way. Section 4 is all about ratios and rates and proportions and can't remember if percentages are in that or not. But typically, the way I like to start class is exactly what we did today. I gave you some warm-up questions and an announcement, and then I'll have the whiteboard up and have any other little notes that might be relevant. The thing I didn't put on there today is a reminder that if you haven't got to the info sheet, you want to get there and fill that out. That just helps me know a little bit about your background and what you're planning to do. It's not a graded assignment. So we'll talk about the warm-up. You guys have any questions that came to the fore between the last time we saw each other? It's a good time to ask me here at the beginning, and then we'll just jump into looking at some specific questions through chapter 4 and kind of think about what are the topics that we need to know about. All right? You guys have any questions that came up for you between now and Monday? Things about how the class works or materials you need?
Yeah, I was looking through some information about the class, and I was wondering when do we have access to like the practice test before the quizzes and tests? I seen when I was looking through your syllabus, I was trying to saw that, but it has no access. I was wondering when you was
So
going.
I think all of the things are available right now. For instance, the Unit 1 review, which is due on the day of the test, you can look at those questions now. And I would imagine that the questions are built in chronological order. So, question 1 is out of chapter 4. So nothing from the 01 to 03 review is on the first test. It's like the starting point, foundations, precursors to the stuff that's in chapter 4. So you're welcome to start looking at the review as kind of an additional, thing to think about.
Yes.
So let me kind of map that out for you. My handwriting is not very good, especially on this board, so writing sentences is not great. But here's kind of how I'm thinking you would attack this. Number 1, you would do the homework problems. Ideally, you're doing 100%, but you could also, if you're super busy, hop around inside a section to see what you think about the various types of questions. Okay, so what I mean by that is inside of a section like 4.1, you might have a couple of repeated types of problems. Well, ideally, you do all of them because 100% is going to be better than 70%, so it's better for your grade. And in terms of your practicing, it's good to do a couple different versions of the same type of problem. But again, you guys are busy people. Maybe you don't have time for all that. So, you don't have to do 100% of the homework to be successful in the course. The next phase after you do the homework is to try the chapter quiz. So the chapter quiz is, after you do 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, and 4.5, then you try the chapter 4 quiz. You don't do the chapter 4 quiz until you've really looked at all of the homework. Once you've done that, you get the feedback from that quiz, that tells you whether you need more support. So if you get a good score, and you got to kind of frame your own expectations here, but to me, the difference between an A and a B and a C in this course is really like, how do you feel about it? No employer is going to look at your technical math grade and say, oh my God, you only got a B or you only got a C in this course. I don't know if I can give you a job as a welder. They want you to have the certification and the skills that they need. And this is just a part of checking that box. So who cares whether you get an A, B, or a C? That's my opinion. But maybe you care about getting an A or a B or something, and so you're going to drive yourself. But anyways, if you get a 50% on the quiz, that tells you that you didn't understand a bunch of stuff that you should have understood. And so then you're cycling back to like, well, what do I need to do? And that's where I would get involved. You would say to me something like, hey, I got a 50%. I don't understand why I didn't get these questions right. And then we can talk, right?
Hey Benji, I was wondering too, how does the like final exam work? Are we gonna do that online as well, or do we have to come in person and take that, or how does that work?
This is all virtual.
All virtual.
So you're going to have 3 exams. The third exam is no different from the first exam in the sense that it's a collection of chapters, and
Yeah.
you're just doing the best you can on that material. There's no cumulative exam. I took that out because I thought it wasn't a good use of our time. Right? I just want to get after the things and help you understand that when the moment comes around for the test 1, you're ready to go. Okay? When the moment comes around for test 2, you're ready to go. When the moment comes around for test 3, you're ready to go. And a big part of that is just working continuously. And that can be challenging, especially if you've got bad feelings about math and you're procrastinating and you're putting it off. It's a balance because you probably have a busy life and you got a lot of stuff going on, but you also have to prioritize this to some extent because, math learning doesn't just happen magically overnight. It happens through time, through effort, and energy. So the feedback from the quiz tells you whether you can move on or whether you need to revisit things. And then the next phase would be putting all the chapters together. And that's where the unit review comes in. So the unit review, you have to scroll through your assignments to get down to the unit 1 review, but you can look at those questions and you would be able to do that all at once. That's the idea. Then there's actually a level beyond that, which is like the unit review quiz. And that's a little bit shorter assignment, but again, it's a collection of everything from all of the chapters on the test. And then the final thing is the unit test. So by the time you get to the unit test, you should have already done so much practice that this thing is like, it's not a surprise. You're ready to go. You already tested yourself and you know what's going to be on there and it's going to be good. So our job is to not leave all of the work that needs to be done until September 9th, because if we do that, you're going to be up against the wall. You're not going to get as much practice as you need, and it's going to be hard. Now, if the first unit doesn't go well, it's not the end of the world. We can still fix it. But my job is to try to help you get off to a good start, make sure you understand the program, and get off and running, and give you feedback as much as I can to try to get you going in the right direction. Any questions? Good question, Lamar.
Thank you.